I'm Julie Samaco, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and owner to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. And I have a Wreath Making of the Month club where I teach men and women how to make wreaths for their home, master the art of wreath making. And also, just to let you know so I don't forget, if you join my Wreath Making of the Month club in the next 48 hours, you'll save $8 off your membership. So I had to get that in there. But again, we're making a patriotic wreath using the carnations. Again, you can find these carnations anywhere. And then I have a grapevine wreath that is, I want to say it's 12 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do is just trim these off of the bush. This wreath is going to be very compact. I'm looking to see to make sure I can trim it off pretty close. It's going to be very compact. I'm thinking like really, really close. Just like that to make sure you guys can see. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go through, excuse me, and cut these off of the bush. I could have pre-cut them to save time, but I wanted you guys to see how it starts. It starts with a big, huge bush. This one has 24 carnations on the end. So if you go to the dollar store, you might need to buy a couple, but this is what I'm starting with, 24. I come on here, you guys. I've not made this wreath before. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough carnations. So now you'll get to see how my mind works to figure out what to use to fill in the gaps. So that's gonna be fun, fun, fun. Because sometimes I come on here and I'm like, what the heck am I gonna do if it's not enough? And I have to use my creative brain that the Lord blessed me with. Of course, all of my talent is from Him. I give Him the glory. So let me just keep cutting these off. All right, I am going to throw this away. Now, what I could do is keep the ends or the stems right here. I could keep these because I kind of like the bendiness of these. Is that a word, bendiness? No, I just made it up. Anyway, I like that I can bend these and use them like Dixon pins in all of my other flower arrangements. So I probably will just save this bush and cut these off later, and it's just going to save me from having to buy Dixon pins later on. Alrighty, so this is the trick. When I don't know if I have enough of a supply for something, what I do is I start on one side and then I'll work on the other, and then I'll do another side and then I'll work on the other side. That way it evenly disperses it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is place the blue flowers, and I'm using my glue pan today. A lot of people will ask me, how do you know when to use a glue pan, and how do you know when to use a glue gun? Typically, if I'm doing a flower arrangement that's going to be real, like right here on my table, I'll just do the glue pan. But if it's something like I'm putting in a long stem of something and putting it in a wreath up on the grapevine wreath on the, what's that thing called, the easel, I would probably use my glue gun. So I'm sorry, I'm at glue pan if it's a flower arrangement. I think I got that mixed up. All right, so you see how I put one on this side, and so now I'm putting one on the other side, and I'm just going to keep doing that, putting all of the blue color in. All right, and so this is what we have so far. And now I'm going to put the red in. You know what I started thinking? I might want a bow. Maybe I should leave room for a bow right there. I'll do that. Okay, so I'm just going to now fill in the holes with the red. I'm pushing the, what are these called again? The carnations down into the wreath. They're flush, it's real flush. It almost reminds me of pom-poms. All right, I'm going to put the bow here, so I'm going to leave room right here for a bow. And so this is what we have so far. It pretty much covered up the wreath. So if I had probably 6 or 7 more stems, I could do the whole wreath. But I don't. So now I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do to fill in. So I know I'm already going to do a bow. Let me figure out what ribbon I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to quickly make the bow. Just going to do probably 3, let me see really quick, 3 loops. I don't want a big bow because it's a small wreath. I get asked a lot of times, how do you know what size bow to make? And I don't think there's really a rule. You just put it on there and see what goes, you know, what you like. So I'm thinking this size bow right there, alrighty? So I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you slower what I did to make the bow. I'm just going to measure. You guys always are asking me how long. So these look like they're about 10-inch loops. All right, so I pinch the end. And then if you're real stickler for perfection size, length, or whatever bow loops, measure out 10 inches and then bring it around. And then you're going to pinch it in. When you feed it into your fingers, you're almost creating a crease. And then I'm not twisting or anything. So this has got the good side of the ribbon, and then you've got the good side on the bottom loop facing away from you. So all you're going to do is take this bottom loop up and flip it, okay? So you can measure if you want to. Flip it up, and then feed it into your fingers again, you know, making the crease, and then do the same thing. So I'm going to bring the ribbon up just like that, and I already have this loop, so I can just use it as a guide and feed it in. Now this is where it gets a little tricky because I want some ribbon tails, and I think I want to have a tail that's this long. So then I would double it. Does that make sense? And then I'm going to bring it up like I'm making a whole nother loop, just like that, and pinch it together. And then I'm going to use my scissors and cut this off of the bolt. And put this out of the way. All right, so this is what my bow looks like right now. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the red. So I'm going to pinch it, measure out your 10 inches. Ouch. I got this ribbon at Trendy Tree, if anybody is interested. They have a lot of ribbon selection. You should try them. It's trendytree.com. This ribbon folded up a little bit on me, but I did the same thing with the red that I did with the blue, with the loops. And now I'm going to make a really long tail and flip it up. You cut it off the bolt, just like that. So now I've got these tails that I can cut off. The long loops, I'm just going to cut these in half, just like that. And I'm going to use a florist wire. You can use pipe cleaner if you want to. You don't have to use florist wire. I know when I was first starting to make bows, I tell this to the members of my Wreath Making of the Month Club all the time. When I was first starting to make bows, I used the pipe cleaner because it's just easier on the hands. It's easier to grip. I think if you have arthritis and stuff like that, it's easier. Wait, I just twisted that the wrong way. I'm using these needle nose pliers to just make a little bit tighter hold on there. Sometimes I have a little tail in the center of the bow. That's okay, you could just trim that off. And now I'm going to just fluff the ribbon loops around. I just want to spread them out a little bit. And there you have a sweet patriotic bow. All right, so then I'm going to feed this in. So I'm just taking the pipe cleaner, not pipe cleaner, the florist wire or pipe cleaner, whichever you're using, and I'm just feeding it through the grapevine. You could go all the way around the grapevine if you wanted. I get used to feeding it through. Another tip I give my Wreath Making of the Month Club members, if you go around the whole wreath, what it does is it makes the grapevine real tight, and then you can't put any other flowers or picks in there. So if you go through the grapevine instead of around it, it doesn't compact the wreath as much. Let's see if I like that. All right, and then I'm just going to twist it on the back, and then I cut the extra wire off, and this little piece of wire, you just bend it inwards, okay? And so far, this is what we have. Isn't this cute? This is looking cute. All right, so you guys, now this is where I'm gonna fill in. I purchased these pom-poms from Michael's. They came 3 to a pick. I'm leaving about 1 inch on the bottom. Save these too. Save the little, the wires. Again, they make great Dixon pins for other things. That's probably why I need to clean out my craft room. I have stuff everywhere that I'm saving. All right, so I'm just going to fill in wherever there's a hole. I'll put one of the pom-poms. I could still come back in and add greenery if I need to. Come on now. Trying to find the bottom. This one was a little short. Let's see to figure out the best way to do this. I'm just going to use a stick from one of the bushes that I keep for that purpose right there. And then just find a hole and place it in. So I have one blue over there. I'll do one blue up here. All right, so the bow will get mashed. You just have to keep fluffing it. So far, this is what we have. It looks cute. Doesn't it look festive? All right, so you could stop right here if you wanted and have a beautiful wreath on your door. But I was also thinking adding some ribbon going through. I'm just going to try to put some ribbon on here. I first am going to get my pins ready. Remember I told you to keep these, and it's how funny is I'm going to use them in this exact wreath. All right, so let me pull these out again. Remember I said keep these. You can make Dixon pins, and we'll do that right now. So I'm just going to cut these short-ish. Let's see how long I want it. So we got about 4 inches that we're cutting them. And then I'm going to use the needle nose pliers, and I'm just going to cut, just bend them in half, just like that. So it makes it looks like a U. And I'm going to use this to secure the ribbon down into the wreath. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach it down the blue end underneath the bow. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put a dab of glue on the end of the ribbon. Just like that. I'm going to put that down in there. And now I'm going to take the pin that I just made out of scraps and put the ends in, in glue, and then I'm going to put that over the ribbon. Let's see. If it comes through the back, you could just take your needle nose pliers and bend those in just like that. All right. So now the ribbon is attached, and I'm going to make my next pin. So the good thing about using these stems is they're thicker than the florist wire. I definitely need to get my nails trimmed because I can't pick anything up. Anybody have that problem? When your nails get too long? I just can't have long nails, you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't pick it up. This is so funny. All right, so now I've got these cut and ready. I probably need to bend them. Go ahead and bend them too. So remember, I'm just bending them just like this into a U shape. You guys, don't be afraid to try something new. I've never made this wreath before. I just got a few things together that I thought would look pretty. And then just have fun. Just have fun. You don't have to always have a game plan. I mean, I somewhat had a game plan. I needed to know that I was going to use the carnations. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just pillow. I don't want this ribbon to be tight. I want to make sure you guys can see this okay. All right, I don't want this to be really tight. I want it to drape. Hopefully I'll have enough ribbon. Again, I got the ribbon at Carolina Pottery. Nope, I got the ribbon at trendytree.com. All right, so I'm gonna just do it just like this. Pin, let's see, where am I gonna pin? Right there. So I see a little place where I could put some glue. right there on that stem. It's actually the grapevine wreath. I'm going to put the ribbon over that glue, and then I'm going to use one of the Dixon pins we just created by hand and push that over the ribbon. All right, so we've got our little poof. And now I'm going to do one up here. Let's see, I've got to place it in between where the flowers are. So that's the tricky part. Just find a little hole. And then I'm going to put some glue down on the grapevine. Use your pen, and the pen, so let's see, we're going to put that down and then put the pen over, you know, where we pinch it on the ribbon is where you're going to put the pen. Of course the bow is smashed all to smithereens, but that's okay, we'll fix it. And then I'll do another little loop right there. So let me cut off the excess ribbon that I'm not going to need. And we'll do this one on the bottom. And I'll make one more pin. So you guys comment and tell me, will you be making this for your door? Is this something that you think you could do and make for your door? I'd love to know. I'd love to see if I inspire you to do something with your own decor, you know, to have fun with flowers. And if you do something, I want you to share it with me on my Facebook page. I just love that when I motivate other people to do something they probably would never have attempted before. Okay. So let's see about this ribbon on the bottom. All right, these are the tails of the bow, and I'm just gonna roll these under just a little bit. The reason I use wired ribbon is you just can't mess it up, really. I mean, it's easily bends. It loops. You can see how easily it loops. All right, let me fluff the bow a little bit. And here we have a really cute patriotic wreath. Now, if you wanted, you could go back in with greenery. You know, just because I didn't put greenery in doesn't mean you can't. Let's see. I mean, you could still add some greenery. I'm wondering if I should. Oh, you know what? Also, I have this greenery too. Look at this, you guys. You know what this is? I had yellow flowers on it, and I didn't use the bottom part. But I thought These might make good fillers. See, I could just tear them up like this, cut them up, and then use. All right, so then you could just go through and hot glue these on. Remember, you're just filling in where there is holes. And you don't want a lot, you know, you don't want to take away from the actual wreath, but you want to mix it up a little bit. So you want some on the inside, some on the outside. All right, but this is it. Isn't that cute? And I promise you, it was not that hard. The only thing is the little pom-poms right there, because I cut them too short. But that's really cute. It turned out so cute. I'm so happy with this. Now, if any of you sell on Etsy, this would be such a cute little item to add to your Etsy shop. Now, can you imagine this also propped up on your mantle, on your fireplace, you know, with some candles or something? If you didn't want to put the bow here, you could take the ribbon all the way around and lay it on the table and put a hurricane candle coming out of the center. So there's a lot of things you can do. You could put it on your back door, your kitchen, your pantry door, or anything like this. Use it to help you decorate for you know, 4th of July. I know Memorial Day, you know, is already passed, but maybe next Memorial Day. So anyway, these are, this was a lot of fun. I had so much fun with you. And remember, if you want to join my mailing list, go to southerncharmwreaths.com and so you don't miss any of these tutorials. I know the summer months get hectic and I don't want you to miss anything. So if you join my mailing list at southerncharmwreaths.com, I will email you any of the tutorials that you might have missed. And don't forget, if you want to join my Wreath Making of the Month Club, join in the next 48 hours and save $8 off of your membership. This month, I'm teaching how to make this patriotic wreath. It's a deco mesh wreath. I show you where to get the supplies. So let me know if you have any questions below. I'll come back in and comment and answer. And I think that's it. I just want y'all to know, thank you for joining me. You are a true blessing to me and my family, and I really hope I'm a blessing to you. I hope I inspire you to reach outside of your comfort zone, try new things. Sometimes they're not exactly how we plan. Sometimes our Pinterest fails, but sometimes they turn out really cute. You're going to surprise yourself. And remember, the journey is the fun, not the finished product. Enjoy your process. Have fun crafting, working with your hands. So again, thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a blessed afternoon.